Hello and welcome to Loma Linda Veterans Village Pantry Recipes, Tips and Tricks. Today we're going to make some Mexican rice. I know most of you already know how to make it, but for those who don't, maybe we'll teach them a thing or two. Today we're going to be using the rice from the food pantry. This 1 pound bag has about 2 cups of rice in it. In addition to the rice from the pantry, we'll also need an 8-ounce can of tomato sauce, and about a tablespoon of chicken bouillon. The tomato sauce you can get right down the street at Stater Brothers for, 40 cents. Chicken bouillon, I buy a large thing because I use it a lot, but you can probably get a package of bouillon for about $1.50 and make 6 batches of rice out of it. Here's a list of ingredients. We'll use a 1/4 cup of vegetable oil, 1 bag or 2 cups of rice that you got from the pantry, 4 cups of water, 1 tablespoon of chicken bouillon, and some optional ingredients depending on what you got in the cupboard. I like to use a 1/4 teaspoon or a pinch of cumin, a teaspoon of onion powder, maybe a 1/2 teaspoon of garlic powder, and if you like a little spice in your life, I know I do, 1/2 teaspoon of red pepper flakes is always good. In addition, the only equipment you're going to need is a saucepan or a pot. It doesn't even need a lid. When we go to cover it, you can use a plate. And if you don't have that even, you don't have to cover it at all. Just stir it up a couple times. I'll show you. Anyway, first thing we're going to do is put our pot on the stove, turn it on high, and add a 1/4 cup of vegetable oil. Then we'll add our rice, stir it up, and wait for it to start turning brown. Once it starts to turn brown and all the rice particles have turned at least white, if not brown, then we'll add our tomato sauce. And I usually, after adding the tomato sauce, rinse it out with the 4 cups of water that we'll add next. After that, we're going to add a heaping tablespoon or a good sized tablespoon of chicken bouillon. Then we'll give it a quick stir and let this come to a boil. Once it comes to a boil, we'll reduce the heat to 3 or 2 on our stoves and simmer it for 15 minutes. After 15 minutes has passed, we move it to the back of the burner, to the back of the stove, and let it sit for another 5 minutes, preferably covered with a lid. If you don't have a lid, you can use whatever you have, a plate. Even if you don't have a plate, you can use a towel. Just kind of cover it to hold that steam in and wait another 5 minutes. Once 5 minutes has passed, we need to start cooling it down because rice will get real mushy real fast after 20 minutes of cooking. So we'll pull it to the front and we'll fluff it. We'll stir it with a spoon and kind of bring air into it. And then it can sit and stay warm for quite a while, an hour or 2. After that, we're ready to serve. Enjoy. I hope this video has been helpful and maybe informative. Enjoy your meal.